Hey guys, been a little while since I did a video, about a week. As I mentioned, my mother-in-law passed away, and we're just getting through the week. But I want to move on and do another video, and this one is going to be on my favorite television shows that I own on DVD or Blu-ray of all time. So they're my favorites of all time, but I need to own it. Now, I'll tell you this, and I think this is true for a lot of collectors. If I like the show, I probably own it. There's probably a very few exceptions. I can think of a handful. My youngest son, Danny, would tell me that it's a crime I don't own the complete season of The Office. I'll rectify that at some point. That would make my top list here, certainly. I don't know where in the top, probably in the top 25, something like that. It's not, I don't own it, so that's one that I am remiss I don't own it, so I'm remiss there. But I own most of the other things, so let me talk about them. And I'm going to start out with those that my wife wanted. That doesn't mean I don't like them. I do own them. They're in the collection, so to speak, but they're my wife's more than mine. So, first one is The Tudors. This is something that she wanted to get. I guess it's similar to, I guess, the Game of Thrones in a way. It's more the romance and intrigue. So it's Henry VIII. I have not watched any of this, but I might sometime. It looks interesting. This would be the type of thing that I might enjoy. So I have no problem watching this, but it's the full. What I do like, it's the complete series, and I like anytime you can get the complete series as opposed to like season one. They don't have any other of the other ones, so this is The Tudors, and since I haven't watched it, I put it at the bottom of the list. This is number 80. That's right. I have 80 titles to go through. I won't be going through them all at once, but this is number 80. Now the next ones I don't have up here. In my movie room, they're downstairs, and I didn't feel like dragging them up, but let me just tell you what they are. Dharma and Greg, which I enjoyed. We own the complete series of Dharma and Greg. I really did like that a lot. I liked his parents in particular, and well, actually both of their parents. I thought it really is a funny show. It was kind of quirky. She's quirky. Her parents are quirky. His parents are traditional. Rich and with a maid and that type of stuff. His are more the hippie style. So I would say that it was an enjoyable series, and I liked it. I wouldn't put it at 79. Let's put that toward the better listing here. Another one is Mad About You. Paul Reiser. Another pretty good series. I mean, I enjoyed that one as well. I didn't like it as well as Dharma and Greg, so that puts it, a little bit. So that's 79. And let's see what else. Desperate Housewives would be there somewhere. I like Mad About You and Dharma and Greg better than that, so you can put that somewhere on the list. Desperate Housewives. Grey's Anatomy, which I like better than Mad About You, but not as well as Dharma and Greg. So there's that. What else does she own? Sex and the City. I actually enjoyed Sex and the City. I would put it still at the bottom of the list, but above Dharma and Greg. Am I missing anything else? I might be. I might be missing another one. If I think of it, I'll let you know. Dharma and Greg, Mad About You, Sex and the City, Desperate Housewives. There's a couple more. Grey's Anatomy. I don't know if I said that already. The Tudors. Let me move on with what I think are the next ones in line. Now, this one I haven't watched. I just ordered the first season. I got the second season like for $5 or something new, so I picked it up. That is True Calling. I like Eliza Dushku quite a bit. She was in Dollhouse. This is a show where she somehow has the power. I don't know how she has this power, but maybe that's why I need to watch the first episode. She has the power to try to stop people from dying who it's not their time. And there's another guy, and I think it's him, he's the bad guy, who is trying to see to it that they do die. So they're kind of locked in a battle. She is, of course, a beautiful actress. Some scenes from the back here. And that's basically, it gives some plot points here. I don't want to give those away. Fortunately, I did read them already, so I already know a couple of plot points, but that's okay. It's not going to ruin the series for me. Season 1 should be arriving here shortly. I just ordered it for like $6. off FYE. So, and new. So anyway, True Calling. Next is going to be American Dreams. This one I like. And we're somewhere in the 70s here. I'm going to do what I think is about the top or the bottom 10 from 80 to roughly 70. American Dreams Season 1 is all I own. This is the extended, musical extended edition. So you've got some extra music on here, some audio commentaries and so on. I really thought the show was pretty good. I liked her in particular. I can't think, the last name is Snow, I think. But yeah, I thought they were good, the episodes. Produced by Dick Clark when he was alive. Yeah, you've got this, and then you've got back here. Basically, these two girls want to get on American Bandstand, and they do. They're best friends. They find a way to get on American Bandstand. They sort of bend the ear of one of the producers. They get on American Bandstand, and they are a hit. Her name is Meg. I can't remember her friend's name, but and they, traditional family. So they got all the dance moves down there. She's really cute and a good dancer, as is her friend. Her friend's a little looser, and then they have some today's artists imitating the artists of the past, doing some of the songs. And of course, they don't have Dick Clark on here because he was older, but they have like a blurred version of him in the back. You can hear his voice and so on, and introducing the various acts and so on. I liked it a lot, so it's on my list. Now these two are here because of their. I think I like American Dreams better in a lot of ways, but these, because of the nature of what they are, and they're both the complete series, which I thought was a plus. This one is Birds of Prey. This is Batman's little girl growing up. So this is the daughter of Batman and Catwoman, I believe. This one starts out really good and then sort of goes downhill. Batgirl is now paralyzed. She gets shot in the first moments of the first episode by the Joker at point blank range, paralyzing her. So she is kind of, command central. And then there's Batman's daughter. And who's the other one? So she calls herself the Huntress. That's Batman and Catwoman's daughter. Batgirl is the last one. She's reinvented herself as the Oracle. And then there's another one. Cyber expert. I don't know. There's 3 of them, I think, but. Well, let me read it. Who will stand up to the villains now that their heartbroken Dark Knight has mysteriously vanished? Never fear, new Gothamites. A trio of champions is ready to take wing, and Helena, the daughter of Batman and Catwoman, is among them. She calls herself Huntress, and crime is her prey. Teenage Dinah is the youngest of the group. Oh, yeah, that's the youngest. Okay, she's gifted in clairvoyance. And overseeing the awesome threesome's high-tech nerve center is Batgirl, left wheelchair-bound by the Joker. She's reinvented herself as the Oracle. She's a cyber expert. So there you have it. Birds of Prey. I liked it. I liked it a little better than this one, actually, but this is not in exact order. It's going to get in exact order as we get into the next lists. This first one with a lot of my wife's ones I didn't. This is Witchblade, a complete series. I enjoyed this too. Basically, there's an ancient weapon called the Witchblade, and it's hers to wear. She's a homicide detective in New York. She doesn't know why, but she ends up with this Witchblade, and it's powerful, and there's a supernatural connection with her. And the series, without spoiling too much, is basically trying to find out what that connection is, as she uses it against evildoers, as George W. Bush would say. And this one's, you can pick this one up for about $10. Same with Birds of Prey at Walmart. I think I picked these up about $9.99, I think. That's what drew me to them. I think the last one here on this list of videos, let's call this number 70. 71, something like that. Let's call it 71. And then we'll do the next list, wherever that picks up. This is the 4400, the complete series also. Interesting premise. People from hundreds of years who have been disappeared. I think it's hundreds of years. I think it's hundreds of years. But anyway, over the last century, so over 100 years, thousands of people have gone missing. Suddenly, 4,400 of them return. Some from World War I, some from Vietnam, some from just a couple years earlier. But all of them return suddenly in kind of a blinding explosion. They all sort of come out of a lake, body of water. Don't know where they were, don't remember anything. The government, of course, quarantines them right away and wants to find out what the heck is going on, which I like that part, that the government would be on top of things, and they probably would be in this case. And they put them in a certain center. Well, over a shorter period of time, many of these folks begin to exhibit certain powers. And it's clear that these 4,400 may be here for more than just, maybe more than coincidence that they're back. And the powers may be more than just coincidence also. So it's the government trying to figure out what's going on. And of course, there's other groups that want to find out some things too. So I thought it was a really interesting series. Unfortunately, it didn't end. In other words, they wanted another season and they didn't get it, sadly. But it's my kind of show, science fiction. It's packaged. I don't mind this packaging. It's packaged like this. 2 discs per sleeve. Yeah, I think they even speculate on what they might have done with this series had it gone on, if I'm not mistaken, on the bonus disc. I think they talk about what they might have done had they had a season to finish it, which isn't as good as actually watching it, but at least it gives you an idea where they were going with it. So let's call that the top 10, the bottom 10 actually, 80 to 70, something like that, 80 to 71, and I'll pick up wherever this list. I have the list written down. I'll pick up with the next part wherever that ends up going. I think hopefully this will be an interesting video by the time I get down to number 1. And I will have that one. That's downstairs too. That's one of my wife's favorites also. But I will be bringing that one up for the video because it is my favorite. So I want to make sure I bring that up. So when we start getting down to the top 50, it's a tough list to make. You know, is 155 or 50? But once I get into that top 50, and certainly the top 25, those are my favorites. I spent a lot of time trying to make this list, about a week and a half, believe it or not. A little bit of time here, a little bit of time there. Just trying to formulate the list and try to figure out what do I think are the best ones. And hopefully I've got a good list. It's my list. So it's only good for me, but I think I've got it down where I like it. And you know what? Tomorrow I could watch something and change my mind. But some of them are nostalgic picks. Some of them are more current. But the nostalgic picks are there for a reason. They impacted me quite significantly. And you'll see those when I come to them. There was none really here. No, nothing really super nostalgic here. I'm talking about stuff from when I was a kid. But you'll see some of that in the video as we go through. All right, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Your comments always welcomed. Love to hear your lists. What are your favorite TV shows of all time? When I get closer to the top 10, top 25, love to hear your comments as well. All right, guys. Take care.